Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Starfield on a Starfield Sunday. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 34. We're in Sidonia. Last time we had to clear a debt, and now we've been given a key to the deep mines, and we need to go find our buddy. I sold as much gear as I could, but of course the vendors only have so much money. I was pretty surprised because there's been a big patch, and one of the big changes is better local area maps and apparently doors that don't open.
I'm just proud to serve the youth.
Can we get out of here, Bethesda? Can you let me out of here? But in that, what surprised me is that the user interface is exactly the same. Now there's a mod out there that I kind of want to install because this is still just abysmal. For dealing with this game. I'm so surprised at how bad this user interface is. Alright, so where we have to go is over here. Let's see. Hey, there's a local area map. Oh my goodness, that's cool. So what they did is they took the actual map. They took the actual geography there. Wow, interesting. Instead of just giving you the bumps. Okay. And we have to go over to here to there. Explored. Find Percival. You can't fast travel because you're carrying too much. And then, of course, getting out of these menus is hold the key for as long as you can. Otherwise, you'll just keep going back layer after layer after layer. Which is always surprising. There's a ship over there. What are you doing over here, buddy? Wonder if we could just get on there and hijack that thing. It's a cute looking spaceship. Can we really go in here? Is it going to tell me inaccessible? Oh, you see? Yeah, it's inaccessible. It said it right there. How open world is your open world? Not very open, as it turns out. That's the kind of thing that makes me think a lot about the choices that Obsidian made with the Outer Worlds. Because I know that was one of the big gripes when Outer Worlds came out, is that it was a really narrowly focused game. And there were several planets, but there weren't a lot. You know, it's like, I don't know, 7 planets? How many was it? It wasn't a ton. And then those and they weren't open at all. I mean, they were like what you see here. There were regions, and they were really small and really focused, and you didn't have to run a long ways and get bored doing nothing. So there were some very interesting choices there, because people nagged them for that, nagged on Obsidian for that choice.
I will never get used to seeing you do that.
But as it turns out, then we get Starfield, which says, oh no, we're open world and you can go anywhere and do anything, which you really can't. And now the complaint from everybody is it should have been smaller and more focused. But I don't think that's true at all. I don't know what the right thing would have been for Starfield, but I do have an idea. Like I said it last episode, last Sunday, I'm in the middle of writing a script for a video that I'm going to do on how I would fix Starfield, and without doing anything that's unrealistic, like changing the game engine, which would just be stupid. What do we got there? Someone taking off? I like that part of the game. I like it when you can hear ships taking off and landing. That's really cool. Especially if you were out somewhere where you weren't supposed to be. Especially if this game had true exploration, and that's something I want to talk about in that video, is how this game could have been so much better if it had actual exploration. And just how different it could have been with real exploration. And by real exploration, I mean, what is the purpose? Cute. Can land right over there. What is the purpose to the main faction of this game? Constellation. What's their purpose? The purpose is supposed to be to explore, right? But every single planet you land on already has a bunch of junk on it. But what if most of the planets had nothing on them? Or better yet, what if most of the planets were supposed to have nothing on them? That's the key thing. Because now if most of the planets are empty and you're expecting them to be empty, then anything that happens becomes a surprise. And to me, that's really cool. The idea that you're on a planet that's never been surveyed before, and that's why Constellation sends you out, and it's never been surveyed, and then all of a sudden you can hear another ship landing, and you're like, what the hell's going on? Are they pirates who followed me, who think that they're going to ambush me on the ground? You know, there's all kinds of thoughts that could be running through your head if you were in a place where you didn't expect to see any human activity. And I think that's what a huge part of what this game missed out on. Okay, what do we have here? We have a big, huge ass interior. Wow, okay. What did they used to do here? Make robots?
My goodness, what an impressive sight.
No kidding, this is like the first unique environment I've seen in quite a while. What the hell is this place? Well, sign me up. What is that? What are we hiding behind door number N43? And door number N44. Worried about having my light on, but my companion here is going to shine lights around no matter what anyways, so. Where's our friend that we're looking for? Where are we supposed to go to find them? They're over here? Find Percival. What's that little thing? A control rod. Okay. Percival. Oh, we're gonna go deeper into the facility. Take me deeper, darling. All the way in there. Yeah. Oh boy. I see bodies. I see an older shotgun.
Valuable?
Credits, shotgun shell. Spacer punk. More dead spacers over here. Spacer punks. Are these guys that we killed? Oh, so this is from... I see it's been a while since... Yeah, I remember emptying these. Okay. So, here I am thinking, oh, it's brand spanky new. It's not. This is where we were last episode. Well... Oh, that's right. I remember this grating. Okay.
Look at all this old...
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't mean to press that button, but that
drilling
was really
equipment
cool.
left here to rust. Not surprising, though. Mining lasers rendered these machines completely obsolete.
Okay, how do we find our friend? The door there ain't gonna work. Through there? We're supposed to go this way? Okay. If you say so. Oh, yeah. I have a recollection of this. What are we doing? We're going down here? Oh, look. There's stuff on the walls.
There's still quite a bit of mineral wealth down here. Perhaps it would be worth our time to survey the area for more?
Perhaps it would, Sarah. Or maybe not. Okay, Okay, where do we have to go now? Over there? More mineral wealth. Yeah, and I have a pretty interesting take on what they should have done with Outpost too. Reminds me, I just need to get back to writing that script and finish that video because I think people would be interested in that conversation. Because to me, that's the interesting part, is not daydreaming about what Starfield could have and should have been, but thinking about what it realistically could be. Because
has given me a new appreciation for the risks Dusty's
we've seen now a number of video games have gallant comebacks. We saw it with No Man's Sky. We saw it with Cyberpunk. We know that games can fundamentally change for the better without an engine overhaul. So what could you do to overhaul this game to bring it back and turn it into a really good game? And that's what I want to talk about, because I just have so many thoughts on it.
I can't imagine how an engineer could make heads or tails of this chaotic collection of drilling machinery.
The drilling machinery isn't the problem, it's the geography. They tried to make it as maze-like as possible. Well, what do we have here? Oh boy. Okay.
Well, this explains why the miners ceased drilling. Someone must have missed this natural cavern on the geological survey. Shame.
Shame. That's the Sarah we've come to know and love. That's the best thing she can say about it. Shame. Shame. Shame that all these people died. That everything went to pot. Shame. I'm gonna use that from now on. Like when democracy collapses, I'll just be, well, shame. Storage crate. What's in there? Oh, my friends. What do you got for me? Anything? Nothing there, there. You got this. You got a 1. And, oh, you got that. Okay, where's that go? Not there. Like that. That means, do we have a... Yep. Okay, next. You could go like that, which would leave us with a 4Z. Or we could go like this. Can we get you in there somewhere? You're not gonna fit. Oh yeah, you will. Okay, so then you got what? 1, 2. You got a 3 with a like that, like this. Doink. Yep. So doink. You don't fit. Means you're gonna have to. So like that and this. Boink. Demoralizing rescue acts. That was definitely worth it. So worth it. Blue collar offer cat. I'll just leave you there. What is this anyway? Nickel? Aqueous hematite. Oh. Oh, we still got a little bit more away. What if this could be useful for anything? Are we going to see anybody that wants to shoot us here? Oh, there's a lot of mining equipment.
Constructing that massive structure in this cavern must have been quite a feat. I suppose it was a bit like building a ship in a bottle.
Right, Sarah. Okay. Oh, and we have to go this way? Well, I'm glad we kind of guessed right there. Yeah, yippee-ki-yay. Oh, there we are. What do we have here? Caution. fence. Equipment. A passageway. Fence that fell down. Oh, sound effects on it though. That's nice. Well, what's going to happen here? We're going to get... Oh, he's just sitting there.
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor.
Wow, he already knew everything. Okay.
Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Well... I'm here to make a delivery for an old colleague of yours, Hadrian Sinan.
Adrian sent you. She's... Did she look okay?
Well, she had one eye falling out the side of her head and only half of her hair because the other was scorched away. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, she's alive, but was injured trying to collect this delivery I got for you. If you consider getting gored by a terramorph and living as okay, then yeah.
A terramorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way?
It's, Tau Gourmet's own free-range 100% human-fed terramorph cells.
Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you
Didn't we
go
already
all the
hear
way
that
for
joke
this.
before?
Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Yeah, okay. Well, my friend. Wow, so we had to kill all those guys, go all the way back to Sidonia, clear his debt, get a key, and then come all the way
ask you
back.
to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests.
17 minutes of time we killed to do walking.
And Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price.
He's
you
got
pay
orange
not to
eyes,
live in a
too.
cave the rest of your days.
Does nobody have normal human colored eyes anymore? Browns and blues and hazels?
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved.
Sample's not a fake. I collected it from the terramorph myself.
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian.
Yeah, Hadrian mentioned it. Sounds like quite the tragedy.
It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
It would be the end of us as a species.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now?
Well, let's see. Orders are to take you and that analysis to Hadrian. She should be waiting at the 6th circle.
The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's do. Okay. The lift. This is quite the facility you got all to yourself here, Doc. Wow. Fancy. Okay, where are we supposed to go? We got 4 directions. This way. The lift. Okay. Oh, wow. Which way's the lift? Wait a second. The lift? I thought you said the lift. Is there a lift in here? Let's assume that there is a quote-unquote lift in here somewhere. Maybe it's over here. What's this?
The fact that the UC was entertaining the notion of xeno-warfare angers me to the core.
Oh, Sarah's angered to her core. I bet that's the only thing that's been to her core in 30 years. Okay. Boy, it would be neat if I could call my ship right here. Really? Oh, brother. Oh, brother, where art thou? There's no way to call your ship? Come on, guys. No Man's Sky has that, and it's not difficult. You just show the ship landing. Well. Here we go, people. The race is on to run across this desolate wasteland. Let's tag Sarah and say, last one there's a rotten bugger. Of course, we have the space magic to make sure we get there. Is this really what Todd Howard had in mind? Just running across to this? Probably not. He's probably like, you're not meant to carry that much stuff. We weren't expecting you to do that. Well, then why'd you make everything so expensive in the game? Ammo isn't cheap. Gotta find some way to get a hold of it. Oh yeah, baby. We're gonna bust an ankle on the way down from here. Sidonia. Yeah, I mean, imagine if you had like a little hover bike or something. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, there's still nothing going on between here and the ship, but what the hell? Hell, I would have taken a mission to fix a tram so that you could take a tram from one to the place there. That would have been kind of cool. They'd been like, yeah, spacers took over the deep mines, so, you know, we shut off the tram and somebody pulled the circuit and we don't know where it is. You gotta go down and find it. You gotta go talk to Rob and Requisitions. Maybe he'll give you a new circuit breaker for it. Then you turn the tram on, you need to take the tram out there, and then you don't have to run. I would have taken something like that. It's an interesting geological set of plates there. All right, my friends. What's this little ship here? Is it me or is that ship hovering? That landing gear is not down. Neither is the... Wow. Well, thank goodness they went to all this trouble to patch this game, because that makes it worth it. There's a vehicle there. Alright. Ours is on the ground. Wait a minute, where are we supposed to go? What are we supposed to do? Meet Hadrian at the 6th circle? Wow, so we just had to go all the way back here? To Sidonia? Proper? Are you joking me? Doink. Okay. Well, that's an adventure, I guess.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms.
The 6th circle of hell. Makes you wonder where the 7th, 8th, and 9th ones are. P2. Level 47.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an
You
old
can't
man now.
because Sarah's going to stand in your way.
You're no hassling yourself
Sarah,
anymore,
get out of the
Major.
way.
Our friend here showed
Over
me your
here.
sample. Suffice it
Move.
to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
A reminder that Bring Your Child to Work Day is not an officially sanctioned holiday, and that it is not advised to allow children into potentially dangerous work sites. Keep our children.
That means you have to stay out here, Sarah.
Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Labor.
A storeroom, that's a good idea. Okay. Sure.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
Well, too much trouble is exactly how I described the experience I just had.
That's definitely not what I thought I was signing you up for. But thank you.
It's not your fault.
Were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Fine, okay. The cabinet, what's that?
The cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The president, top military brass, scientific and diplomatic division heads. Any major decision the UC makes goes through them. They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So without their blessing, we're flying blind.
Why exactly do we need the archives? Didn't you two just establish that this Terramorph sample came from the worst kind of Terramorph ever to exist on Londinian? What else do you really need to know about it? Okay, well, doesn't sound like any run-of-the-mill data you're after. Think you owe me an explanation.
Of course. You deserve the full story.
Well, we'll get the full story now.
Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Okay, so, still doesn't explain what this terramorph data is doing in the archives.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, well, I see. Why wouldn't the cabinet agree to help us?
I mean, I hope they will. But accessing the archives, it's not 100% up to them. They'll also need the consent of the other signatories of the Colony War Armistice, the Freestar Collective and House Varun, in order to unlock it.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
Yes, yes, we should.
Might be time I start working on some projects of my own.
Dangerous to yourself and those around you. Please always drink responsibly.
So we have to go beg some politicians to let us look at an archive.
3 times face value.
Okay.
When contacted, the Lux
What is
Site
this?
agent
Condominiums.
said it's going to be one heck of a show. Remember, get their music wherever slates are sold.
What is this place up here?
Everything okay, Gilly? You seem a little distracted recently.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract.
It's true, Gilly. We know.
Yes, yes, yes. Lucrative contract.
The community center on P1 is a good place to connect with others.
I had already gone over here and sold everything to this guy, but who knows? Maybe he's got some room now.
Hey, you buy from me? Take a look.
What do you got? No, you don't have any credits. Alright.
Be safe out there.
We tapped him out of his
Do
money.
your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free.
Okay. New Atlantis it is.
The United Colonies Department of Labor.
That is one of the oddest gaming choices of all time. Hey, it's Mars. And it's us on our fancy ship. There's pressure cooker number 8 over there. Cooking Martian oysters. Look at that badass ship. The crab. His little beady crab eyes. Oh my goodness, you are just a honking vessel, aren't you? Love you, big boy. Nice work. I need to come up with a new design, though. It's the best part of this game. Ship designer. Best part. Alright, let's do inventory. Inventory is done. All the inventory management. Time to take off.
We're clear. I love this one.
It's a big rig. Very, very, very big.
There. Stable orbit achieved, like a toy sailboat released into a calm pond.
Oh, stop already, you knucklehead. Alright, where are we going? Journal. We have to go where? Meet Hadrian at New Atlantis. Okay. New Atlantis. Yes. Which part do we want to be? Right there. The Mast District. Yeah, there's a screenshot I took when it was red. The original mock-up for it. I painted it red and black. Ultimately decided I liked the blue and gray better.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
No, you don't. It puts us right here. We're still wearing a spacesuit. Nobody else is.
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
You're really a terramorph?
With the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Okay, Ender. Wigan. Alright, well. Doesn't sound like they succeeded in securing that legacy.
No. They made a pretty grave miscalculation. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Great. Okay, well, Okay. What did your father do to merit being executed?
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the Colony War to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him.
Okay. Well then. Alright, you're not your father. If the cabinet doesn't see that, it's their problem, not yours. There's no suitable answer here for me. Here's the answer I want to give. I don't care. I really don't care. Let's just get to the archives.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know,
Well, it was a lot of walking.
Was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
No. Alright. Don't have any questions, no.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Alright, cabinet. Go make it happen. We're gonna borrow your elevator here.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the...
Yeah.
Ranks of the...
United colonies. Building better worlds. Okay. Here is our Mass Effect moment.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Yes, well, Hadrian made it clear that addressing this issue required the utmost urgency.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
There's a really big, scary, ugly beast that's going to kill all of you, and we're trying to stop it. Oh, that's not a choice, is it? For the love of God, people. When you're giving the player dialogue options, give them the obvious ones that make sense. We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. No, we're not. No, we're not. We know what we're facing. I killed it. It was big and scary. And it's a Terramorph. Oh my God. We need the archival data to find a way to stop a possible Terramorph apocalypse. That's the closest thing that's come to the correct answer.
You let us know when you're ready.
Yes, darling, I will.
That's quite the leap, Captain.
Oh, really? Did you look at the data?
I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations.
Is this man a moron?
To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Yes, ma'am. It wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. Is that not alarming?
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Are you guys paying attention?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, Given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I would finish your lobotomies and put me in charge, because you're all clearly too effing stupid to have the positions you're in. Let's recap, shall we? Tau said he's only been, colonized for 20 years, and there's a long gestation period for these terramorphs, and this one was big and nasty and scary. Way too fast. We're talking about the difference between, how should we put this? The original Ridley Scott alien and the Prometheus alien. Oh no, it was the Covenant aliens. Those guys, they evolved in
It's a little intimidating.
a few minutes.
I understand.
Shut up. Oh, brother. Personally, I would wait. We don't have enough information yet. Shut up. If there's a chance what happened on Tau said it could happen elsewhere, we need to grant the request. Listen, this is the part of the writing that's pissing me off. How does that terramorph get to Tau Ceti? Somebody had to put it there. Do you guys not see the bigger effing picture here? Am I the only one that gets this? I've never even played this game before, and my brain is just automatically sticking the pieces together. But what is this? How you make players feel smart? Is that you just give them the dumbest possible dialogue and story choices so that everybody can feel smart? Come on, man. Put some smart people in front of me, especially ones who are in charge of stuff. This lady, her cabinet members here, they're supposed to be smart people. They should be sitting here putting the pieces together and saying, oh man, this looks bad. Somebody's messing with us.
I'm uncomfortable opening the archives without gathering more information. However, if that's the path forward you prefer, then so be it.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh my God.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
He did a complete 180 for no reason.
Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Oh, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Take your dumbass tropes
Admiral
and throw them
Logan,
out the window.
The local barracks can provide support.
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
I'm the anti-Xeno squad.
We'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Well, folks, this is where we're going to leave it, is right here. We'll start right off at this point the next episode when it looks like we're going to be entertained with Terramorphs. Thanks, everybody, for watching. As usual, leave questions, comments down below. Subscribe to the channel. Happy gaming, everyone.